Welcome to your ultimate pit stop Piston Pundit. Today, we're diving into the shocking struggles facing Europe's electric vehicle industry. Once seen as the trailblazer in the quest for a cleaner, greener future, Europe's EV factories are now showing serious cracks. Factories are shutting down, protests are on the rise, and uncertainty looms over the sector. Major players like Audi and SVOLT, who were once poised to lead the EV revolution, are now retreating or scaling back. Let's break down the 7 key reasons why Europe's EV factories are on the brink, and it's even worse than it seems. Reason number 7. Audi's crisis, a flagship factory on the brink. The iconic Audi brand is facing a tough reality. Its flagship Brussels-based factory, the home of the Q8 e-tron, is at risk of closing. Initially a beacon of Volkswagen's electric ambitions, this state-of-the-art facility now finds itself in crisis. Despite the factory's cutting-edge technology and the premium €80,000 Q8 e-tron rolling off the line, demand hasn't been what was anticipated. With high costs and the pressure of rising trade competition, Audi's once thriving European EV efforts are now under severe scrutiny. The once bustling Brussels plant, operational since 1949, could be repurposed or even shut down. Workers face uncertain futures, and questions loom over the future of luxury electric cars in a market that's struggling to embrace them. What happens when customers just aren't willing to pay the high price tag for electric luxury? Audi's situation could be the first of many to come. Reason number 6. SVOLT's retreat, a major setback for Europe's battery goals. SVOLT, the Chinese battery giant once slated to reshape the European market, has pulled a shocking about-face. Despite ambitious plans to build 2 massive battery factories in Germany, worth an eye-watering €2.7 billion, the company has decided to close its European operations by January 2025. What happened? For one, the unpredictable EV market in Europe has made the continent a less appealing place for foreign investors. Add to that the growing trade tensions between the EU and China, and SVOLT's dreams of dominating Europe's battery sector have quickly unraveled. It's a huge blow to Europe's plans to build a strong, independent EV ecosystem. The larger question now is, can Europe truly build its EV future without the necessary infrastructure and investment? Reason number 5. EV sales slump. Is Europe losing interest in electric cars? While some parts of Europe still see steady EV sales, the overall trend is concerning. In 2023, sales across Europe dropped by 4%, with markets like Germany facing a 20% decline. This suggests Europe's EV momentum may be slowing. The removal of government subsidies in key countries like Germany left many potential buyers hesitant to switch from gas to electric. However, the UK and Netherlands saw growth, with the UK increasing 14% and the Netherlands 7.8%. Still, these successes are exceptions. With demand for EVs inconsistent across Europe, the big question is, can Europe handle the shift to electric vehicles? Or is the market not yet ready for such a massive change? Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Reason number 4. The luxury EV problem. Are manufacturers betting on the wrong strategy? European automakers have heavily invested in luxury electric vehicles, but the results have been underwhelming. Audi's €80,000 Q8 e-tron is one example of high-end EVs aimed at early adopters, yet the steep price has limited mass adoption. Only a small portion of consumers can afford such premium models, leading to slow sales and unsold inventory. Experts are questioning whether focusing on luxury cars is a misstep. In 2023, just 902,000 EVs were sold in the EU, making up only 12.6% of new car sales. As affordable Chinese EVs flood the market, European manufacturers must rethink their strategy or risk losing out to more accessible options. Reason number 3. The Chinese EV invasion. Affordable electric cars and European tariffs. A surge of affordable Chinese electric vehicles is flooding the European market, offering a budget-friendly alternative to the pricier models from local manufacturers. These Chinese-made EVs are gaining traction among buyers who find themselves priced out of high-end European options. The European Union recently decided to impose tariffs on Chinese EVs in response to this growing influx, aiming to shield local manufacturers from the competitive pressure. This move has sparked intense debate. Some argue that the tariffs are necessary to protect European jobs and prevent market disruption, while others warn that it could stifle competition and harm consumers by limiting choices and keeping prices high. The impact of this decision will shape the future of Europe's EV market. Will local manufacturers be forced to adjust their prices, or will they maintain their focus on premium vehicles with limited appeal? With the tariffs now in place, the European EV landscape is poised for a dramatic shift. Reason number 2, the end of EV subsidies, a major blow to consumer demand. Germany's unexpected decision to cut EV subsidies at the end of 2023 has had a significant impact. For many potential buyers, these subsidies were the deciding factor in purchasing an electric vehicle. Without them, demand for EVs in Germany has fallen dramatically. This is a major setback for the European EV industry, which had relied on these incentives to drive sales. As the market adapts to this new reality, automakers are scrambling to find ways to stimulate demand. However, with consumers tightening their belts in response to global economic pressures, it remains to be seen whether European EVs can still thrive without government support. Reason number 1, local resistance, Hungary's struggle against battery factory expansion. In Hungary, local communities are pushing back against the construction of new battery factories, particularly those backed by Chinese companies like CATL, the world's largest EV battery maker. Despite promises of job creation and economic benefits, locals are concerned about the environmental risks associated with these factories, such as pollution, water depletion, and the potential for accidents. This grassroots opposition reveals the less discussed but significant consequences of the push for electric vehicles, the environmental and health costs associated with battery production. As Europe rushes to embrace EV technology, these concerns could slow down or complicate future growth in the sector. The big picture. Is Europe's EV industry on the brink? So, where does Europe's electric vehicle future stand? The outlook is uncertain. On one hand, Europe's major manufacturers are facing struggles with decreasing demand for luxury EVs, subsidy cuts, and the growing influence of affordable Chinese models. On the other hand, the push for a greener future continues, albeit with increasing resistance from local communities and environmental groups. The crucial question remains: can Europe regain its footing in the EV race, or is it at risk of falling behind as other global players like China advance? Do you think Europe can overcome these challenges, or is the dream of an electric future slipping away? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love to hear from you. For the latest updates on the automotive world and more in-depth analysis, subscribe to Piston Pundit and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and see you next time.